What do we got here?
Led Zeppelin 1 signed by the full band.
By the full band. I only see one.
Jimmy Page signed the front, and on the rear, John Bonham, Robert Plant, John Paul Jones.
That's pretty amazing. I've never seen, Led Zeppelin sign an entire album.
Jimmy, being the leader of the band, refused to sign the back. This was his puppy.
Yeah, Jimmy Page is now the one begging Robert Plant to play.
When Led Zeppelin came around, this band rocked. It was like Take No Prisoners. There's probably 24 authentic signed Led Zeppelin albums in existence. So I'm looking for $22,000.
So that is really neat. It's Led Zeppelin. There was nothing bigger.
Right.
And unfortunately, like most rock bands of their era, we had John Bonham ended up dying in, it was 1980. I was 15 years old and I had tickets to the concert.
Right. That whole tour was canceled.
Yeah, I ended up having to go get a refund. So where did you get this?
A private collection.
Okay.
A young lady, when they played Liverpool Stadium, 1971, the band was notorious for having ladies around, and the roadies saw them. They invited them backstage after the show. She got the autographs.
Hey, this is really amazing.
Led Zeppelin is one of the greatest rock and roll bands of all time. Every one of their albums was in the top 10, and 6 of their albums were #1. Now, 4 signatures on an album, if this is real, I probably won't want to put it in the store. I want to bring it home.
The big question is, how much do you want for this?
$22,000. As far as Led Zeppelin collectors go, this is the holy grail to Led Zeppelin items.
My huge concern on this, we got Jimmy Page on the wrong side.
But you're not going to find something like this.
So, have you ever had the signatures checked out?
Yes. Independently, yes.
Let me call up my friend, take a look at it.
Of course.
He really knows his stuff, so hang out for a few minutes. Sure. I'm gonna go give him a call. Maybe we can do something.
Yeah. I understand an expert being brought in, but I don't buy things that I have doubts about. But, it is what it is.
Good to see you, man. How are you?
Doing good.
Good. How you doing? Nice to see you.
This is it. This is what I called you about.
The greatest rock band of all time.
Yes, they are.
They're the guys who really, gave everybody else their inspiration. Well, trying to put together a signed Led Zeppelin album is really difficult. John Bonham died in 1980. Robert Plant, John Paul Jones, Jimmy Page, they're not really that accessible. If the signatures are good, if everything checks out, there's no doubt this is going to end up being one of the rarest items I'm ever going to see.
The big thing is, are they real, and what's your opinion on what it's worth?
Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do, Rick, is look at it under magnification. Right there, ballpoint pen. And you take a look right here. Oxidized, it's a little older, you could tell. Nice aged ink. So we know we've got live ink on here. That's a great sign. The next thing I want to do is take a look at the examples I have on file. The Robert Plant signature is something I take a look at all the time. He would just flow through the signature. He had this big R, and then the rest would just become all a big flow. But I want to go back to the bottom signature. Whole name is connected, and he's doing the same thing here. John Paul Jones, probably the nicest signature in the band. The last one I want to take a look at, the Jimmy Page. And that, again, is just all over the board, but I love this flow and spontaneity.
Okay, so it's all legit.
Based on everything I've seen, absolutely no doubt this is the real deal.
Sweet. And what do you think it's worth?
It's rare as hen's teeth, okay? These things just really don't exist. The only thing that kind of bugs me a little bit is the one signature on front and the other guys on back. But with that said, I put this value right at about $10,000 to $12,000.
Okay.
Way off. And no, with all due respect.
Absolutely.
I understand you're a signature person.
Yeah.
You're not really a praiser.
I actually take that.
Okay.
No, I actually see. I've been doing this for about 25 years, so I've seen a lot. I've seen a lot of autographs and
totally
material.
understand. I'm not trying to.
And I get where you're coming from too, but at the same time, I've seen plenty of these pieces. Yeah, I've done a lot of research on these through the years.
Okay, I respect your opinion, but we all have opinions. You do realize that Jimmy signed. The reason why Jimmy didn't follow suit with the other 3 is because this was his baby. This album.
Absolutely. Exactly. I'm not actually discounting any of that stuff.
Right.
One second. I'm not discounting any of that stuff. I would tell you this much, that if you told that to the average person, they're not going to care. They want them all on the back.
Thanks, man.
Yep. Good luck. Thank you.
Okay, thanks for talking to you.
Cheers. If I'm a collector, and if I'm someone looking to buy a high-end collectible, and especially to spend a huge amount of money, I'm gonna want all those signatures to be together and be displayable. Unfortunately, this wasn't all together, and that kind of takes away from that total value.
I would give you $8 grand for it.
Sorry, we're, again, miles apart on this.
I mean, what's your best price on it?
My best price would be $17,500. This is history.
Yeah, I mean, I'd go $8,500, but...
I'm sorry.
Okay.
I appreciate the offer.
Okay, well, if you change your mind, come back. The offer's open. Have a nice day. Thanks for coming in.
You too. Thank you. People are naive. It's opinions. Everybody has opinions. This will sell. I have no problem selling. I just think that they really need people that know what the hell they're talking about. I know what the I'm talking about. This guy is an ass.
I'm here today because I sent Warwick on a mission to find me the object from the 1976 Led Zeppelin Presence album. And he found a guy who lives right here in Vegas, and he has a object. So I talked to him on the phone, and he says I can come by and see it, but he didn't say whether he's willing to sell it or not. Fingers crossed. Either way, it's worth a shot.
Have a seat. This is it.
That's the object.
That is the object.
So what happened to it? Was it in a bar fight or something?
My name is Neil Preston, and I am a photographer. I work with Led Zeppelin, The Who. The list is endless. And I found out that Rick is looking for the object, and I have one. This is the real thing.
I just absolutely love it. I mean, I've wanted one for years, and now I've decided I'm going to hunt for one. I'm going to find one.
You found one.
So who gave you the object?
I got it from Atlantic Records. They made 1,000 of them to commemorate the record, and it was a promo item. And they were sent out to journalists, Atlantic staff people, friends of the band.
So you were the photographer for Led Zeppelin?
Yeah, on the road. I started working with them during the 73 tour, but all of 75, all of 77, and Nebworth in 79.
That is pretty cool.
So, are you willing to sell the object?
Well, I've had the object a long time. Since it's mine, there is a connection, and I don't want to sell it.
Okay.
I'm really disappointed right now. The owner won't sell me his object. He says it has sentimental value, and I get that, but I'm sure he's got something else around here he might be willing to sell me.
Do you have any other really cool Led Zeppelin stuff for sale?
Let's see what I've got. A couple of prints here that you may have never seen. That's in Chicago in 75.
That's cool. So you took this shot?
Pretty much every shot of Led Zeppelin ever taken between the years of 73 and 79.
That is cool.
This is one of my favorite photos ever. This was The Who, San Francisco in 76. And here's another one of David Bowie. This is Valentine's Day, 73 in New York, Radio City Music Hall.
So what would you take for all three of them?
4,300 would be nice.
Yeah, I know.
The thing is, there's only a limited amount of these, so I have to be careful. I'm happy to go to 34.
So $3,000.
No. How about I meet you in the middle, 32?
How about $3,100?
3,100 bucks. You got it.
All right, sweet.
Okay. I can
Got a
live
deal.
with that.
So
You got it.
you
man.
could bring these down to the shop for me?
Absolutely.
I'll talk to you soon.
You got it.
I absolutely love the photographs. I think they're great, but I still don't have an object. I had it in my hands. I was like this close, but the guy would not sell it to me. So Warwick's gonna have to find me another one because this is getting personal.
Hey, Rick, you asked for it. We've delivered.
The object.
It's right there.
May I?
There you go.
Oh, whoa. There it is. The object. That's cool.
Feel like the vibe's off it?
I'm with Warwick today at the pawn shop to sell my object. I got the object about 15 years ago from a dealer, and I've been collecting Zeppelin all my life, and this is a great opportunity to sell something so I can maybe go out and get some concert posters, which are hot right now.
in '76, Led Zeppelin was the biggest rock band on the planet. I mean, no one even compared to them.
Absolutely.
So you've checked this out. This is real.
All the lines on it are straight and the surfaces are flat. The paint is the right color. It's perfectly matte because it's supposed to be a mysterious object, science fiction. And it's got the original label of the manufacturer underneath it. Alva Replica Company. There was 1,000 made and they were printed. It says presents here. Now here, it's hand engraved 250 out of 1,000. And if we look at the box, it says 250 right on the box. So this box is real. This is real, the real deal.
Okay, so what do you think it's worth?
This is in excellent condition. It's really hard to find a nice, clean, new one with the box. I've seen them in one state better, and that's the box is unopened.
Okay. All right.
So the best examples of these, the price is rising and rising, now hitting $4,000.
Okay, thanks.
You're welcome. See you later.
Warwick totally came through. The object is in the building. I really hope I can make a deal on this one today. I have to have it. I don't know why, I just have to have it.
So how much you want for it?
I was thinking 5,000.
I was thinking 3,000. Isn't that strange?
Well, I don't want to go that low. I would consider 4,000 in the middle.
35?
3750.
I think it's saying 37. I feel it. I think it really is.
I can do that.
Sweet. All right, just hang out right here. I'm gonna grab one of the guys and go do some paperwork, okay?
Make sure that stays with it.
Now I need to take this thing, and I got some really important things I need to do with it. What's up, guys?
Where have you been?
You haven't looked at, like, all my posts on social media?
I haven't seen you in 3 days. Where have you been?
Oh, yeah, I've seen him. Congratulations.
Mission accomplished.
Check it out. He obviously wants you to see. That's your dad with the objects.
So he spent the last 3 days doing a photo shoot with this thing?
The funny thing is these are professional pictures, so he had to pay someone to take these. Look at his mean face. I'm Rick Harrison. This is my object. That's your dad.
How you doing?
Good.
Okay, we got some old vinyl.
Got some old vinyl, Led Zeppelin.
All right. So we have Led Zeppelin 1. This album was Dazed and Confused, Communication Breakdown. This was like a mega album. They were so different compared to anything else out there at the time.
And the young people just loved it.
I'm an old guy, I still love it.
I know, me too, me too. Today I brought in my collection of Led Zeppelin early vinyl. Included in that is a test pressing from 1968, prior to their debut album being released in America. I've done a lot of research on it, and it feels the fair price for the whole collection would be about $5,300.
You really made my week. Led Zeppelin wasn't one of those bands with a slow start. I mean, it was just rocket fuel right out the gate. Their first album went platinum real quick, and they went on to be considered like one of the greatest rock bands in history. Everyone remembers Led Zeppelin 4 or the untitled album.
Right.
We all know what's on here, Stairway to Heaven.
Yes.
You know Stairway to Heaven, right?
Yeah, Rick, everyone knows Stairway to Heaven.
Do you know this album?
That's called Dinner with Zeppelin.
This is Presence,
This one was a cool one because of
the object,
the object, yeah.
and all the other pictures of the object. You know there actually was no object?
No,
Okay, these were all airbrushed into the scenes.
no kidding.
But Atlantic Records actually made 1,000 objects and sent them out to different people in the music industry. And not a lot of them are still around. They actually go for some good money nowadays. I would love to have one, though. And this is...
This is my pride and joy here. This is a test pressing from 1968. Included with it is a letter from Atlantic Records.
Okay. December 30th, 1968, we have pleasure in enclosing a white label of the first album by Led Zeppelin. We felt that you would like an advance copy. Sincerely, June Harris.
Did you know June Harris?
Did not know June Harris, no.
So how did you come across this?
I bought it at a garage sale. Didn't even realize what I was buying until I got out in the car and my wife looked at it and said there was a letter in it.
So you got it for like $0.25.
I did. I did. I did. So I started doing a little research on it and come to find out there's about Maybe 300 of these is what I've read that were made and sent out. So it was released real early, prior to Led Zeppelin even being known in America.
All right, so how much you want for these?
Well, I was thinking I would try to ask $5,300 for the whole set.
All right, I have no idea. All I know is it's super cool. I have a friend who will know everything there is to know about this.
Excellent.
This is his business, and I'll get a price. I'll be right back.
Thank you. It's fantastic that an expert is coming in because I'd like to know more about the album myself. If I could sell this collection, I'd probably buy more albums.
So what do you got for me today?
Not exactly sure.
What is this? Oh, the first Led Zeppelin record.
It's a test pressing from 1968.
And a great album it was, too. In England, we were waiting for this band to come out. Everybody had a lot of hopes that this would be the next super group. And they thought, well, what happens if it doesn't? We'll go down like a lead balloon. So that's why they called it Led Zeppelin.
Is that why they called it Led Zeppelin?
Yep, yep. So you say this is a test pressing?
Yes.
I've seen these before, and I've seen a few of them. This is a hand-typed label. That would normally be handwritten if it was a test pressing, but it's actually a press kit copy. Normally, this would be accompanied with the letter and a press kit, and this was sent to newspapers and things, so there's going to be hundreds of them. They're quite common.
All right, so what do you think it's worth?
So it's got the letter, which is good. If it had the press kit, it would be a lot more unique. As it stands, I would say $750 would be a retail price.
I mean, he's got some other albums here. I really don't think there's much with these albums. I think these are just standard albums.
They'd probably end up being worth $25 or $30 a piece.
And the big question, this exists, correct?
The object?
Yes, there are some still out there, right?
They're still out there.
You want to keep that in the back of your mind. If you come across an object, I need an object.
We can keep an eye out for that.
Okay, well, thanks, man.
Always my pleasure. I'd like to see Rick buy this for the shop. The letter makes it very collectible, and it should get a good price based over a regular, ordinary copy of the album.
All right, so, I mean, you got 25 bucks a piece on these albums, 750 there, that's 900 bucks retail. I'll give you 500 bucks.
I don't think I'd be willing to let it go for that. Anything much less than what I was asking.
What would you be willing to go on it?
It is my pride and joy of this collection, and I would probably do $4,500.
Yeah, he's just my guy, and I trust him, and he's always been honest, so.
Yeah, no, and he sounds exactly like he knows what he's talking about.
Thanks for bringing him in.
Okay.
It's cool, though.
It is cool.
All right.
Thank you.
Have a good day, man.
All right.
Really do want one of those, though.
I'm pretty sure we got one in the back room. Let me go find it.
I really want an object.
How can I help you?
I've got something that's a lot older than you are. I want you to take a look at them. The Led Zeppelin album, and this one here is called Big Star. I bought those when I was a senior in high school, and I've had them for almost 50 years. And 6 kids later and 17 grandkids later, I think I want to sell them.
Well, just the fact that you could hold on to these for 50 years is amazing to me, because I got about a 5-year limit.
I'm at the pawn shop today, hoping to sell 2 old albums that I've had. One's a Led Zeppelin album, and the other's a Big Star album. I bought them brand new in a record store in southern Utah. We listened to them a lot back in the 70s. They're both in very good condition. I'm hoping to get $1,000 for my Led Zeppelin album and $800 for my Big Star album.
This is cool. Let's take a look here at what you got. Big Star, #1 record. From what I know about this album is it's a pretty collectible album. These guys weren't around very long. They didn't get a chance to do too much. Let's look over here. Led Zeppelin, 1968 is when the band was formed. John Bonham, John Paul Jones, Robert Plant, and of course, Jimmy Page. One of the most iconic bands in the world. I mean, this album here alone sold 23 million copies. Let's go ahead and check it out in here. Oh, wow. This is cool. This is a white label record here, and this is a sample copy, not for sale. But this is really cool. White label records, they were just records that were given out as promo copies, and it's something that the record execs would listen to. And from what I know, The white label copies are very collectible now because they were never supposed to go out to the general public. How much are you looking to get for these albums?
You know, the Led Zeppelin album, I think, is worth $1,000. And the Big Star, I think, is worth about $800.
Okay, here's my issue with that, is I can pick this album up for probably 40 or 50 bucks, probably even cheaper with a bad copy. With that being said, it's a white label, so it's definitely gonna hold some value, but I wanna have someone come in and take a look at these albums before I go and try to buy it.
Let's do it. I'd like to see what they say.
Okay, give me just a few minutes down here and I'll get a guy down and he'll tell us what he thinks about them.
Great, thanks. I've got my fingers crossed that the expert can confirm that they're worth as much as I'm asking for them.
So here's what I called you down about.
Well, they're fantastic records. The Big Star, it's like impossible to find.
Okay.
They made maybe 10,000 of them. At the time, no one really cared about it. In fact, it was a failure. But looking back, it's an amazing record. They were way ahead of their time. Critically acclaimed, everyone wants it. I haven't seen one of those in probably 5 years. It's fantastic. So the Led Zeppelin, you've got probably the best Led Zeppelin record of all time. If that is truly a white label promo, it has sort of another level that makes it even more valuable, and that's the hype sticker. And there are people in the world of collecting that just want records with the hype sticker.
I'm glad I didn't tear that sticker off, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, exactly, and most people did. Most people just tore them right off.
Well, do you want to give them a look over and tell me what you think about them?
Yeah.
What are you looking for when you're looking through these records?
So yeah, what I'm looking for really is like condition. And condition is everything. I'm looking for groove wear. I'm looking for scratches. I'm looking for spindle wear. People at the time didn't care about records. They didn't think records were going to become collectible. It's very, very unusual to find old records in very, very good condition. I would say this record is a VG plus.
So does VG mean very good?
Very good plus, yeah.
Put it in here for you if you want to look at that Led Zeppelin one.
Sure. Kind of excited about this. This is one of my favorites. That is indeed a white label promo. And of course, sample copy not for sale. The condition on this actually is a little bit better. I would say is a VG++. Beautiful, glossy. It's a home run record for any collection.
So, what kind of value would you put on these albums?
Between the two of them, you have two iconic records. The Big Star, it's a rare record. I mean, to even find this record, it's almost impossible. I'd say the Big Star is definitely worth $500. The Led Zeppelin white label promo with the hype sticker, $750.
All right, well, I appreciate you coming down today. Thank you.
Thanks, John. See ya.
Okay, well, he quoted these a little less than what you were looking for. Big Star, I'd be a buyer at $200 on that one.
Oh, I can, you know, he says it's worth much more than that. I could maybe go down to $500 on that one.
Could you do $250?
Let's go $400.
Okay, $300 is my bottom price. We got a deal, right?
Okay, after 50 years, I'll let it go for $300.
Okay, sounds good to me. Deal. Led Zeppelin, white label. How about $400?
No, I couldn't do $400. It's worth, I mean, he said it's worth more than that. How about $600?
I could go $500. That's a lot of money for a record. Still at that price, it's limited on who's gonna buy it.
I'll do it.
All right, well, we'll leave these right here and go do some paperwork. Come on.
Thank you. Off the record, I probably would have taken a little bit less, but I'm glad I got what I got.